Statistically, yes. Since the introduction of Rating 2.0, this is the highest rated performance across a Tier 1 LAN in the history of Counter-Strike. Running down the list of statistically the greatest performances of all time, in third place we have ZywOo at Epicenter 2019 with a 1.53 rating. In second place we have Rain at ESL1 New York 2017 with a 1.61 rating. And tied for first we have Nico at the same event, ESL1 New York, and Donk's IEM Katowice performance, both boasting a 1.70 rating. Going beyond rating, Donk's other rate statistics at this event are absolutely untouchable. 2.10 impact rating, 110 ADR, 1.11 kills per round. Let that sink in, 1.11. Donk averaged more than 1 kill per round at this event. He got more kills than rounds played. These are numbers that were completely unfathomable before last week. Donk's performance has completely shattered the scope of what we thought was possible, raising the bar to a point where not even the greatest to touch this game have reached. Here's a bit of additional context. Most may agree that last year was ZywOo's best career year. In the entirety of last year, ZywOo had 3 maps with a rating of over 2.00. In the same year, Nico had 4. Simple, when he was the #1 player in the year prior, in 2022, had 5. Donk, across the play-ins and the main stage of IEM Katowice, over the span of just 2 weeks, has had 6. I mean, just take a look at this.
He's special.
Right?
He's very special, yeah.
Like, have you taken a look at some demos trying to see what he's doing so right?
Yeah, I tried to look at him because we play similar positions, and I think it's pretty hard to replicate what he's doing.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, he's just shooting very hard. Like, he's very on point. He's not doing anything, like, there's no crazy positioning or rotations. He's just straight up shooting better.
He doesn't even throw utility. Like,
No,
he
just-
doesn't do that. He just shoots. He just does the dual utility.
He's very fast.
Nico is right in the sense that Donk really doesn't overcomplicate his game. At the end of the day, his game boils down to taking and winning head-on duels, and at this current moment in time, there might not be a single player that does this better than Donk. The precision is ludicrous. If his crosshair placement is off, he snaps to the head with almost no wasted movement. If his initial shots are off, he instantly adjusts his spray into a headshot. His average time to kill just seems so much quicker than any other pro right now, even when he's at a disadvantage. There really can't be any other role that defines Donk outside of entry fragger. I made an analysis video of Donk's grand final performance, and the sheer amount of opening kill attempts, entry duels taken, and site entries are staggering. In fact, out of his 82 kills versus FaZe, can you guess how many were exit frags? 0. Exactly 0 of his kills were exit frags. All of his kills were high impact. There is no fluff in his game. In an era where saving is so prevalent, this is really quite a rare sight. Now, while this method isn't always reliable, I find a quick way to identify a successful entry fragger is to take a look at HLTV's impact rating, which is measured by opening kills, multi-kills, and clutches. A general rule of thumb is if the entry fragger's impact rating is significantly higher than their HLTV rating, they must be doing something right. Obviously, I'm comparing performances across an entire year with a single event, but for the sake of my argument, these stats are undeniable. I made a visual representation of some of the most aggressive T-side players at IEM Katowice. The x-axis is the percentage of rounds the player attempted an opening duel, while the y-axis is the success rate of said opening duels. I then broke the chart up into further regions to broadly categorize the type of player that falls into each region. The left and bottommost region of players are the thrown to the wolves. These are the players that are expected to take a lot of unfavorable duels, with varying degrees of success. Moving horizontally across the axis, we have the straight up bait. These are the players that are expected to take essentially all of the unfavorable duels and to be a bullet sponge so your more skilled teammates can capitalize. Moving up the chart, we have your star openers. These are either star players that are set up by their teammates to succeed in duels, or thrown to the Wolves type players that have exceeded their expectations. Finally, moving across the x-axis, we have the high volume openers, players that take as many opening duels as they can, but are still somehow successful a lot of the time. Now, you may be wondering where Donk is on this chart. Well, for dramatic effect, I decided to purposely leave him out. This is because Donk doesn't belong in any of the regions I just listed, registering an insane 36.1 opening duel attempts with a 70.5% success rate. Donk is in a category of his own. Factoring in the circumstances and the narrative surrounding this performance only contributes further to its greatness. A 17-year-old at his first big event not only wins it all, but completely outclasses his competition, putting up statistically the best numbers in Counter-Strike history. The event he achieved this at? Only IEM Katowice, possibly the most recognizable competition in all of Counter-Strike, second only in prestige to the Major. Not only is this the greatest performance of all time for a rookie, it could genuinely be the greatest performance of all time period. Factoring in the record-breaking stats, the insane mechanical ability, the impact as an entry fragger, and the narrative surrounding this performance, we may never witness a peak as high as this ever again. Or maybe Donk will just do it all over again at the next event, which just so happens to be the Major.